All right. Let's talk about this really quickly. Worth noting, right out of the gates, I just fucking woke up. I won't have the command over my voice that I want. There might be a few voice cracks. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this. I don't care. The NHL makes it so hard to be a fan of the NHL. Because time and time again, especially over the last 2 years, it has been proven that integrity does not matter. If there is the belief, whether it's right or wrong, if there is the belief that you can help a team win, you will be given that opportunity. If you are Logan Mailloux, you will still be a first-round draft pick. If you are Mitch Miller, the Boston Bruins will still fucking sign you. Idiots, by the way. Jesus. If you are Stan Bowman, your name will always be out there for a GM spot. If you are Joel Quenneville, your name will always be out there for a head coaching spot. If you are Mike fucking Babcock, your name will always be out there as a head coaching for a head coaching spot. And he's got one, apparently, or at least he's going to. And unfortunately, this is not a shot at Blue Jackets fans. Someone was going to do it. Out of the 32 NHL teams, someone was going to be desperate enough to do this. And unfortunately for you Blue Jackets fans, it's your desperate ass club. I don't blame Jarmo Kekalainen for being desperate. He hasn't accomplished a fucking thing. Oh, but he signed Johnny Gaudreau. Where the fuck did that get them this season? No disrespect to Johnny Gaudreau, but it's more of a shot at the GM as opposed to one player, because one player cannot fix a goddamn team. I said, and I meant it, that the NHL makes it difficult to be a fan of this league. I have been a fan of this league, of this sport, for as long as I can remember. I was put into Boston Bruins stuff as a fucking baby. There's so many cute pictures, let me tell you. Although, again, some people might call that child abuse for it being Bruin stuff, and hey, I can respect the joke. But the last 2 years especially, the names I just mentioned, some people don't deserve second chances. And there's this idea of, well, let's wait and see. Maybe he's learned. There was a good 5+ year gap between all the shit he did, or at least close to 5 years. I mean, Johan Franzen told the story in about 2019. Johan Franzen retired in about 5 years. A good 5-year gap between everything that came out, or everything that happened that later came out in regards to this man's, and honestly, I don't even like using the term man. I don't think he is. He's an abuser of power that pushed a player of his to a mental breakdown, Johan Franzen. That corroborated by Chris Chelios. I have no reason to call either of those two men liars. Especially when in 2019, story about Mitch Marner, 19-year-old kid at the time, the assignment from Mike. Oh, Mike. I'll call you Michael. Hey, write down your thoughts about your teammates. Don't worry, it's confidential. And then shares it with the teammates. Oh, but it's the old school tactics and what. Mike Babcock's a piece of shit, man. And I'm sorry, fuck this idea of everyone deserves second chances. Why? What has he done to deserve a second chance? What has he done? Why does he deserve a second chance? I know what your argument is. Because he's a good coach. It all comes back to, if you can help a team win, people will always be willing to give you a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance. And it's bullshit. You mean to tell me, out of anybody else, here's the guy. There's not an AHL coach that deserves that first-time opportunity over Mike Babcock, an NCAA coach, somebody overseas. No, he's the one. He deserves that second chance, that third chance, over anyone else getting their first opportunity. I don't know about that. But this is the NHL. Where bullshit like this happens all the fucking time. And it's so fucking difficult to remain a fan of this fucking league. It is. It is. Like, it was so difficult after the Kyle Beach story broke to be like, yeah, I'm still gonna make franchise modes for NHL. And then my favorite team is like, maybe we can stealthily bring in Mitch Miller. Maybe no one will notice. Kid's talented, right? So it's fine. But again, the only counter people will have is, cancel culture and woke bullshit. I mean, Jesus Christ, we're 3 days into June. We've seen plenty of that, which is why I made the point on Twitter. Blue Jackets fans, you can fight back against this. We are 3 days into Pride Month, and we have seen the twats of social media, as I called them, on this very platform, go out of their way to harass and bully major corporations into taking a step back, maybe a few steps back on their, granted, performance of their support for Pride Month. If they can be bullied, why can't the Blue Jackets be bullied into making a new, different decision, a better decision? It's up to Blue Jackets fans now at this point. At least fucking try. Don't just fucking give in here and say, oh, well, maybe he's changed. No, it's up to you. Try to do something about it. Otherwise, you're complicit in agreeing with all that other bullshit of, well, maybe he's improved. And then you're complicit in all the other shit that he's done because you want your team to win. That's what it comes down to. Or perhaps it could be, I don't really care, whatever. But if you're a diehard Blue Jackets fan, you got two options. At least try to push back against this shit. Or you can admit, well, he might help us win and that excites me. Go ahead. Those are your two options. Make your choice, please. I won't judge you. That's a lie. I will. Just like I would expect people to judge Bruins fans if this was the Boston Bruins making the same fucking decision. Because you bet your ass, as small of a platform as I might have, I would at least be saying fucking something. I would not stand for my team doing this fucking bullshit. That's why the hell do you think I stood up to defend the Bruins' decision to fucking sign Mitch Marner? No, I didn't. Do you think I did anything but laugh and agree? Like, yeah, karma kind of came back to bite them in the ass in the first round. It did. They deserved it. It's just so tough to be a fan of the NHL. It's a shame.